All right, good evening. So, I want to do a quick update on these. So, the Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses or glasses in shiny black. This is a standard frame. Now, it's got a touchpad here, which is bidirectional, so you can go up and down or across. And then a little click button here, which will take a picture. Um, Over here is where they put the battery pack, and then it comes with a neuroband, which is meant to sense muscle movement and bring up your display. So I've had these for just over a week now, a week and a day, and some of the feedback. So retails for $7.99, comes with a charging case and then a charger for the band. My feedback on it for $799, let's call it $800 plus tax. It's an investment for anyone looking to multitask, or if you have the money available, buy a pair. They're pretty unique. You'll find that the glasses really are not that great unless you're actually using the neuroband with it. While you can use your um, side here to kind of move around and do different things, it is so much better when you're actually using the band to make these different gestures that bring up your different screens. So if I were to bring up my screen right now, it's basically got three different tabs or three different windows. So your first window is basically your Meta AI window where you can kind of get your notifications. It's kind of like your homepage. So all you see is just notifications that come up. If you scroll to the left, then you have a closed caption button, your camera button, your music, brightness, volume, audio only, do not disturb, and settings. As well as on the top, just like every phone, you have your like little battery indicator for your glasses and your band. Right now I'm sitting at 39% with 82% on my band. And then if you scroll all the way to the right, you have all your different apps. And right now, it only supports WhatsApp, Instagram, Messenger, your regular messages, calls, camera, music, photos, captions, Hypertrail, maps, tutorial, and then you can manage your pins. So that's basically three different windows that you can scroll across right now. I did hear that they're going to be opening up the APK for outside apps, hopefully sometime at the beginning part of next year, beginning middle of next year. And it still doesn't have the finger writing feature where you can respond back using your finger as a pen. Right now, if you get a message on your glasses, the only way to reply back is either using the quick shortcut keys that are already made. So yes, no, thank you. But if you actually want to reply back, then you have to use the dictation option. So you're going to sit there and speak whatever you want to reply back. It'll type it up for you, and then you can hit send with a single finger tap. So not the best, because when you have a message on your screen, you want to discreetly be able to reply back, and having to say it out loud doesn't really provide for that. Additionally, the camera option is great. At any point in time, if you're seeing something crazy, you can be like, hey Meta, take a picture. Hey Meta, take a picture. And then it'll snap a picture. Or hey Meta, record a video. And then it will record video of whatever you're doing. And you can kind of you can see it in your display. And then you also do have the option to pinch and you zoom in, and you can zoom back out using the pinch maneuver. The other great options that I like on it personally is the active AI, where it'll turn AI on, and then you go about your day or whatever you're doing in that moment. AI is going to be recording everything that you're saying. If you have any special notes or want to record a conversation, you turn on active AI, and then it'll give you a transcript at the end of it. The other great thing is captions. So if you're in a loud room, or you have a very noisy environment and you're trying to have a conversation with someone, you can turn on live captions and it will capture what that person is saying and display it on your screen. The other one is translation. So if right now I think it's English, Spanish, and one other language. So it's not a lot of options, but if you don't speak Spanish, you can turn on live translations. And as that Spanish speaker is speaking to you, you'll get it translated and put into your screen. So what I'm hoping for is in the future that it opens up to a wide array of languages. That way, if I travel to India, Egypt, UAE, wherever, I can turn that on and it will generate the responses in the screen so I know exactly what people are saying. Um, so overall, I would say with the battery, that's the only downside to it is the lack of battery. If I use these to go running and, multitask while I'm running, so keeping the music on, replying back to text messages or Instagram messages or WhatsApp messages, you get a good solid maybe 30 to 45 minutes out of it, even though it says about 6 hours mixed use. I used it last weekend to go for a run, put the music on, put was replying back to text messages that were popping up as I was running, and it gave me about 35-40 minutes of battery before it dropped down to about 18%. So not the strongest battery. I really would like to see more accessories made for this as they have for the other Ray-Ban Meta glasses or smart glasses. But if we take out the fact that the battery life is not that great, the glasses themselves is just a technological advancement. The ability to not have to pull out your phone, especially for me at work, whenever I'm logging into these different websites, it sends me a passcode to my phone. So instead of having to pull out my phone, look at the passcode, type it in, I get it right here. I can type that into my computer real quick and log on to my whatever program I'm working on. So from that standpoint, it works out great. Today, for example, I met with a couple of people from housekeeping and I was describing something on a whiteboard and I needed to calculate some numbers. So instead of going back to my phone or going back to my computer, opening up the calculator app, I was just like, hey Meta, please calculate X, Y, Z. It gave me the numbers. It was all right there in my ear so I could continue working on what I was working. So while the glasses are pretty cool, and again, it's only the first generation, so I'm hoping in the future as they progress, it gets better and better, especially with the battery life. But while they're first generation, what they're capable of doing right now is pretty amazing, especially for someone like me that works in the kind of work that I have. Having this information available to you at all times is amazing. I can take a item like this, right? And the AI feature is pretty amazing. Be like, hey Meta, what am I looking at? So it says, you are looking at a jar of pumpkin pie spice. And that's literally what it does. It'll take a picture of whatever you're staring at, it'll analyze it, and then give you information on it. I don't have anything in a different language, or if I did, I could take a picture of that and ask it to translate, and it would be able to translate it. So the features are truly endless, and the opportunities to improve on it, I see a great potential there. Are these glasses going to replace my cell phone permanently? No, it's not. Sometimes it's just easier to pull out your cell phone and, do whatever you need to do. Are these great for when you're driving, multitasking, walking down the street and need to reply to a text message? Yes. They work especially well for me when I'm going jogging. I can get a text message here, quickly open it up, hit reply, say what I want to say while I'm running, and hit send and keep on going. I don't need to pull out my phone, stop, and kind of, walk as I text. I'm in my zone, I'm running, I'm replying back, and I'm hitting send all through my fingertips, and I can see it there. The other amazing feature, which I don't think enough people talk about, is the camera feature. If you're running or in the middle of doing something and you want to snap a quick picture, or for, if you're in a dangerous situation or something if it doesn't feel right, you can snap a quick picture and then you save that to your camera roll or record video. So it's got a lot of great features. And again, the glasses themselves, They basically look like Ray-Ban glasses, just a little bit thicker on the side, more like the Versace glasses that I used to own. Um, they are a little bit thicker. I don't know if you can tell, but they are. If you can tell real quick, looking at the back of the frames, you'll notice that this frame, the glass comes right to the very tip of it. And on this side, there's more frame edge. That's because this glass, as I've been cleaning them, is definitely thicker, and that's actually where your display is. Another thing that people have mentioned that they don't like about it is the fact that it only has one screen. It doesn't project it on both. However, as humans, when we look, we're using both of our eyes to look at the screen. So while it's only in one, when you're looking at it, it sits more or less right there for me. So it's kind of in between both eyes. So naturally, you're going to look, your eyes tend to look in the same direction unless, you're a chameleon and you can separate your eyes. But because your eyes are naturally focused to move together, when you look at the screen, your left eye is also looking in that direction. And because you can't see the separation or the frames, all you see is just one vision. Like, I can't even see my nose. So when I look at it, even though I know it's displaying it only in this eye, I'm looking at it with both eyes, and in my mind, I think the screen is there visibly for both eyes to look at, even though it's being projected out of one eye. So for people who say, oh, that's a horrible feature, it should be in both eyes, you're looking in the same direction with both eyes regardless, and in your brain, it's telling you that the screen is sitting there kind of a little bit off-centered from the middle. So it's not a big issue. I don't know what having that screen in both eyes would do. It would kind of freak me out personally, because then I would be trying to look straight at two different screens as opposed to being able to focus both eyes on one screen. The other thing that people complained about is this band being too tight. I've been wearing this pretty much the whole entire day, and they are somewhat right. I mean, a little bit of indentions here and there, but is it uncomfortable? Not really. Do you feel that it's tight, or do you feel that the band is there all day? Yeah, you kind of do. I'm not gonna lie, I can feel that band, and it's not very, it can't be loose. So I know it's tight there, and the reason for that is because your muscle movements are basically what sets off your screen when you use different features. So that has been my Meta Display review about 1 week after using it. Again, I mean, I keep this watch on me and it's fairly tight. It's a Samsung. This is Ray-Ban. But overall, like I said, I love technology. I think these glasses, hands down, are better than anything else out there. The fact that it has a built-in color display versus a green and black screen. The fact that they're Ray-Bans, they look stylish. You have transition lenses, so when you go out in the sun, they do tend to darken up. Not all the way, but enough to provide a sunglass look. It's something that I will wear on a daily basis and use on a daily basis, especially the AI feature built in. It gives me the information of the internet more or less at the palm or at the tip of my fingers, literally. So that's been my Ray-Ban Meta Display, or display, what is it? Meta Ray-Ban Display review after 1 week of use. I am perfectly happy with it. Is it perfect? No. Does it have some flaws? Yes. Does the operating system kind of hang up every once in a while and get frozen? It does, but I think with updates as time goes on, it'll smoothen out. I have noticed that some people have complained that the music tends to come on and off. That's happened to me a few times. I just turn it off, give it a few minutes, turn it back on, and it resets. But anybody looking to buy these, I would highly recommend. Whether you love technology or you just want to make your life simpler, I would recommend buying it. If you're in college, I could see the potential for these to help you with a lot of things, like when you're taking a test. Like, hey, Meadow, what's the square root of 48? And if you put the volume just loud enough to where you can hear it and nobody else can, I have a good feeling you'll be able to pass a lot of those exams. So it's got the potential for good and bad. Anyways, that's been my review. You guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.